Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about this is Faith. Raki was also beaten up after she was trying to protect Mahesh from the nurse that Prithvi hired to always beat Mahesh. And Preeta got a confirmation from God that she needs to return to the Luthra house. Let's continue. Raki is walking with a food tray. Prithvi coming in front asks that where is Raki going to? Then saying the room asks that why are they so stubborn? Because the doctor has told them that they all must stay away from Mahesh. Raki explains that she has made milkshake for Mahesh since he really likes it. Prithvi picks the glass and drops it on the floor. Prithvi says that he has let it go, but does Raki knows what would happen if it reached Mahesh, as Mahesh might lose his life. Prithvi says that if Raki desires to be with Mahesh, then Raki must go and ask her daughter-in-law since she is sponsoring the birthday party of her sister. Kritika kneels down to wipe off the milkshake. Shelin sees them from standing in the corner. Prithvi enters the room. Shelin asks that what would have happened had Prithvi allowed Mahesh to get the milkshake. Prithvi started suffocating Shelin, saying that his rules would have been armed, but he doesn't want to harm Shelin. Prithvi says that the friend of the Luthras is his enemy and he doesn't want to hurt Shelin, but if Shelin goes against him, then she would also get hurt. And Shelin asks that why has Prithvi changed so much, but Prithvi replies that he has not changed and he is the same angry and dangerous person. Shelin says that there was a time that Prithvi was in love with Preeta, but Prithvi says that now he really ate her, and this is the same thing that is common between him and the Luthras. Prithvi asks Shelin to prepare for the birthday of her fake friend. Shelin says that she has planned something else because they would add a puja, which would have a fake priest, who would say that everything wrong which is happening in the house will be corrected when Karan gets married, and she has written this script. Shelin says that Payal has a friend whose father is a priest. Prithvi asks that who is Payal. Shelin says that the real name of Natasha is Payal, and they will do what Prithvi had planned tonight, as Karan drinks a lot, so when everyone will wake up in the morning, she would explain to the family how they must get Karan and Natasha married to protect their image. Prithvi orders Shelin to execute her plan, and he asks if Shelin has told Natasha. Shelin replies that she has told her to be with Karan, and she would change the drink, so Karan would get heavily drunk under the influence of alcohol. Prithvi says that he would after tonight get whatever he desires. Prithvi says that soon, Shelin would have the 50% ownership of the Luthra family, while Natasha will be the owner of the other half, and he will get whatever he desires. Then Shelin will not have to act about being the daughter-in-law of the Luthras. A priest is walking and he bumps into a stranger. He talks very rudely with the person, who is tensed, that why is a priest talking in such a manner. He asks the person to go, since he has a lot of work to complete, and he calls Natasha, informing her that he will not be able to come, since he has asked his father to come and do her work. However, Natasha says that he must surely come, but he says that he has already said what he desired, but he cannot explain it any further. Shelin is standing and she gets the call from Natasha. Natasha informs Shelin that her fake priest has come, so she should also be present. Shelin comes running and the priest sits down. Natasha takes his blessing, explaining that she has arranged this puja for the betterment of this family, as she is about to be the wife of Karan, and so she found out from her sister that everyone in this family is not happy at all. The priest says that if this is the case, then everyone from the family should be present for the puja, and also that they should bring all the necessities. Kritika leaves to bring them, and the priest started throwing it in the entire house. Kritika receives a text which says that Dr. Preeta Arora has been appointed for a house visit at 7:30 p.m. She leaves after getting nervous. Prithvi noticed that Kritika has left the house. Karan in his room is drinking alcohol and constantly trying to forget the memories with Preeta. However, he is not able to forget it. He just thinks about Preeta, so he started crying. Karan tries to stand up, but he is not even able to walk properly. He then picks up his bottle. Then he is once again rebounded by the memories of Preeta. Karan recalls how he used to think that Preeta is the most pretty woman in the world, and he in anger started drinking even more. Raki enters Karan's room trying to search for him, and she is shocked to see that Karan is drunk to this extent, so she asks that what has happened. Karan tries to say nothing has happened, but Raki thinks that she knows that Karan is thinking about Preeta. Karan says that he is not missing Preeta even when he sees her everywhere, but he is not missing her. Raki thinks that Karan always asks her for Preeta's photo and then he will sit and cry with it all night. But when Karan recovers from his drinking, then he will throw the photo away. And Raki says that she doesn't have any photo this time. And she asks Karan to come with her since today is the birthday of Natasha and Sherlyn has arranged for a small puja. Raki explains that Sherlyn has faced a lot of troubles and she might feel bad if Karan refused to come out for Natasha's birthday since Rishabh left them and he did not even call them once. Then Prithvi came and started to do so bad with them, but Sherlyn is still standing with them even when she could have gone to her mother's house. Raki asks Karan, but she is not able to bear the smell of alcohol coming from Karan's mouth. Raki asks Karan to sit at some distance from them, otherwise Karan will not be able to stand the puja. Karan, while going to the bathroom, stumbles, but he assures Raki that he is fine. Raki thinks that she knows that Karan really misses Preeta, as it is evident from his reactions. Kritika, coming to Raki, says that she got a call from the clinic and she was told that the doctor who has been appointed to check Raki is Preeta Arora. Raki says that Preeta would never come back to this house after the way that they had thrown her out of the house, and she knows that Preeta will not come. The clinic might have given Preeta the appointment without her consent, and Preeta would refuse to enter the Luthra mansion. Karan comes to the puja with Kritika and Raki. Samru helps him sit on the sofa. Prithvi thinks that it doesn't matter if Karan is told anything. After some time, the priest asks them to ask whatever they desire, as everything will be granted. Grandma asks God for the better health of Mahesh, and Karina prays for the return of Rishabh, while Kritika also asks God for Karan to be the same as before, while Natasha just prayed for the dance achievement. Raki prays that the family should also be like it was before, as she has tried a lot, but she cannot keep them as one any longer. The priest is performing the puja. There is a sudden gush of wind, which starts blowing through the entire house. Everyone is shocked about what is happening. Prithvi asks that what is happening, and he orders them to close the windows. Sherlyn stands, but Prithvi orders everyone, including Kritika, Girish and Mona, to close the windows. They all turn to close the windows, but the priest says that the Devi is about to come, as the sudden change of the weather proves it, that the goddess of this house is once again returning to them. Prithvi and Sherlyn are shocked. Preeta is walking towards the Luthra house, and she holds the gate. The priest says that he is telling the truth. Prithvi says that he is not at all interested to hear the stupid things from the priest, who says that he was asked to perform the puja for the betterment of this house, and now it is all about to change. Raki asks that what is the priest saying, when everything wrong that could have happened to them has already occurred. The priest says that things are going to change for the better since the goddess is coming back, and with her arrival, everything will change for the good. Sherlyn and Natasha both look excited, and Sherlyn, sitting down, says that she is the goddess of this house and she is still standing with her family, but even then nothing has changed. The priest says that Sherlyn's connection with the family cannot change anything for good. Preeta is entering the Luthra house, but the guards start running because of the wind and they are not able to stop Preeta. Natasha, sitting in the puja, starts smiling, thinking that now she would go and tell Sherlyn that she is the goddess of this house. However, when she stands, she accidentally eats the bowl of ghee, and this causes the holy fire to die. Prithvi asks that what has Natasha done, since he told her that he doesn't like smoke, and Natasha apologizes. Then the light suddenly goes off. Prithvi orders Karan to go and check. Samru says that he would go, but Prithvi stops him, and he tries to wake Karan up. However, Karan doesn't respond. Prithvi, getting tense, says that he is getting an awkward feeling that something wrong might happen. Raki says that what is wrong for Prithvi might actually be good for them all. The tally of the kumkum drops. Then Preeta walks into the front gate, performing a grab peresh with the kumkum. Preeta comes to stand in front, but they are not able to recognize her because of the darkness. Later, Preeta's face is shown, and the entire family is shocked when they see Preeta standing in front of them. Mahesh, after being locked in the room, feels Preeta's presence and says that she has finally come back. He tries to go out, but he falls down because of the chains that was tied on him. Karina and Grandma both ask that how dare Preeta come back to this house. Kritika explains that Preeta was a doctor in the clinic where she went with Raki. Grandma asks if it was the only clinic that they were able to find. Kritika explains that Raki was in a lot of pain, so they went to the only clinic where she requested for the physiotherapist. Raki says that she got the message today and she did not know before that it was Dr. Preeta Arora, and she assures them all that now Preeta is just a doctor for her. Raki goes to hug Preeta, mentioning how it feels really nice to see her after so many years. Preeta walks past them towards the in-house temple. She turns, saying that how nice it would have been if she could also say that she felt really good to see them while she is looking at Prithvi. Raki asks Preeta how has she been. Preeta says that in the past 2 years, she has worked a lot on herself for her well-being, and now she can say that she is really happy. Prithvi says that Preeta should stop using the free air conditioner and Preeta should complete her work and leave. Preeta asks that what is Prithvi doing here. Prithvi says that Preeta must have been feeling really worried to see his changed behavior, as Preeta must stop being about him since he doesn't care about her. Prithvi says that Preeta has gotten more stupid than before because Preeta wants to ask, but even then she is not going to do so. However, he himself is going to tell the truth to Preeta that he is now standing in front of her as the owner of the Luthra mansion. Preeta once again tries to answer Prithvi, but Raki requests Preeta to come inside with her. Preeta turns to go and she looks angrily at Prithvi. Raki entering the room says that she doesn't know where the first aid box is. Preeta requests her to sit down as she will bring it. Preeta starts applying the medicine. She says to Raki that it would hurt her for 1 or 2 days. Raki blesses Preeta, saying that she never wanted Preeta to hear any awful things that Prithvi might say since they all are forced to hear them every day. Raki says that Mahesh has given Prithvi the right to make the decision of this house, so Prithvi handles each and everything. Raki explains that she doesn't know what happened 2 years ago, but everyone said whatever they felt like, and even she asked her lucky charm to go away from this house, and ever since Preeta left, the entire Luthra house has been in trouble. Preeta requests Raki to wipe off her tears since she has finally come back to them. Natasha asks Sherlyn why Prithvi hates Preeta so much. Sherlyn says that it is a long story and she will tell her some other time. Prithvi signals to Sherlyn to send Natasha to Karan. Sherlyn asks Natasha to take Karan into his room, and Samir also requests Karan to wake up. Natasha takes Karan with her. Karina says that she really wants that Preeta should leave the house as soon as possible. Kritika explains that even she has no place left for Preeta in her heart, since now even she believes that everything wrong that happened with them was because of Preeta. Raki comes out with Preeta, and Preeta is looking at the decoration of the house. Preeta says that the house has been decorated finely, when Prithvi could have saved some money. Prithvi says that his money would now be wasted, and he throws some money to Preeta, asking Preeta to take it and leave. Preeta says that Prithvi's money is getting wasted even now, because if Prithvi had sent Raki to the clinic instead of calling her for home service, then he could have saved 500 rupees. Prithvi says that in the past 2 years, Preeta would have seen a lot of poverty, and Preeta only got hatred after marrying Karan, so Preeta should think of what she could have achieved had she married him instead of Karan. Everyone is shocked and frustrated to hear this from Prithvi. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and share it, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.